If you want to learn a little bit more about Arabic music, you've come to the right place. We're going to take a bit of a deeper dive today, introducing Maqam Bayati. So, Bayati is a beautiful sound, very common in Arabic music, but you're not going to hear it in Western music because it uses a quarter tone and it's not playable on Western instruments. That said, if you are a Western musician or a music lover, this is a sound that you can tune your ear into, and the more you listen to it and the more you get into it, the more you're going to want to play it and find instruments that will allow you to play it. So, let's get started with a little bit of Bayati. So, let me just play a bit for you, Bayati on G. So here's G. Listen to some of this. Okay, here's some of that. So what's going on here? Well, first of all, you could think of this like G minor. I think it's a G minor triad. But then on the second scale degree, instead of having a flat 2 or a natural 2, we have a quarter flat 2. So you get something like this. And you notice how the quarter flat is not so much a note of emphasis, it's more a passing note. So like in G, I have the 1 and the third, the minor third, right? Now I got this passing note in between them. So that's that Bayati sound. Now, another thing that's really common, right? So Bayati creates a certain degree of tension. So it's very common when we have tension in all styles of music from all parts of the world, tension and release. So Bayati creates this bit of tension. And then you'll often hear a modulation that is going to sound bright and positive on the tail of Bayati. So listen to this. Hear that? Moving to this bright sound. So if Bayati on G is, think of it like minor, but with the funky 2. So then you're moving up to the flat 6. This is actually kind of a common move in Western music. If I got G minor, I'm gonna move to an E flat chord. It's not that unusual. It happens a lot, actually. And so that's what's happening here. So we've got Bayati on G, and then we have this E flat here, creates this major sound as a point of contrast. Tough to do something like that on my fretless, but it can be done. And then back to a. Right. So that's a little bit of Bayati. I'm showing you Bayati on G, and then that beautiful modulation up onto E flat where we start to play something that sounds like a major scale. There's a lot more we could do. There's many more modulations that I'd love to share with you, but I think that's good for one day. So that's Maqam Bayati and starting to get some expressions of that on the fretless guitar. Thanks for tuning in.